A foggy October night. October, a chill wind cut through the air. Sarah shivered, pulling her jacket tighter. Her breath fogged the car window, momentarily obscuring the road ahead. She was late, much later than she intended. The long meeting had run over, and now she just wanted to be home. The road stretched before her, swallowed by the thick fog. It was a back road, a shortcut she rarely took. The old country road was infamous in the area, known for its eerie atmosphere and even more unsettling stories. Sarah scoffed. Ghost stories. Just silly tales to scare kids. The further she drove, the denser the fog became. It swirled around the car, tendrils of white reaching out like ghostly fingers. The old road was poorly lit, the occasional streetlight doing little to pierce the heavy darkness. Legends whispered of a young woman who had died on this road, her spirit forever bound to the stretch of asphalt. They said on foggy nights like this, you could hear her cries, see her ghostly figure wandering the roadside. Sarah dismissed it all as nonsense. Ghosts weren't real. They were products of overactive imaginations and spooky campfire stories. Sarah believed in logic, in the tangible. Yet, a shiver ran down her spine, and she found herself gripping the steering wheel tighter. The air grew colder, the silence inside the car heavier. She focused on the road, her foot easing off the gas pedal. The engine purred, a comforting sound in the stillness. Suddenly, a new sound. Static. It crackled from the car speakers, loud and insistent. Sarah frowned. She hadn't had the radio on. The static resolved into a voice, distorted and faint, a woman singing. It was an old song, mournful and haunting. Sarah's breath hitched. Her fingers fumbled for the radio, turning the power off. The music stopped abruptly. Silence descended again, heavier this time. Sarah's heart pounded against her ribs. She dared a glance at the rearview mirror, her breath caught in her throat. A face, pale and gaunt, with eyes that burned like hot coals. It was gone in a blink. Hallucination. It had to be. Panic welled in her chest, threatening to consume her. The car seemed to be closing in, the air thick and suffocating. The fog pressed against the windows like a living thing. Sarah's foot slammed on the brake, the car skidding to a halt. She couldn't breathe, couldn't think. Get out! She had to get out. Fumbling with the door handle, she threw the car door open and stumbled out. The cold night air hit her like a slap. She ran until her lungs burned and her legs screamed for mercy. The car was never found, neither was Sarah, but the legend of the haunted road continued. They say on foggy October nights you can still hear a woman's terrified screams echoing through the mist. And if you look in your rearview mirror, you might just see a pale face staring back, her eyes burning with a cold, eternal light. The Haunting of Sarah.